If you want to make ruffle hats that sit up like this, keep watching so I can show you how to add elastic to your crochet ruffle hats so your ruffles don't sag. Jumping into this tutorial on how to add the elastic to your hat, we will need some measuring tape, some scissors, and some 1mm elastic. I've already cut my elastic and I measured it out to be 23 inches. You're more than welcome to do like more lengthwise if you need to, but I personally feel like 23 should be a good amount. If anything, I'll say you don't need more than like 25 inches of elastic for this ruffle hat. And we are going to go ahead and jump straight in and get started. I'm assuming that you still have your 5mm hook and your yarn and the base of your hat ready to add the elastic to. Again, I add my elastic in round 12 just so when I do my ruffles, they don't hang or just stretch my hat out. For this base of the hat, I was always starting out with a standing single crochet. However, I'm starting out with a chain 2 for this round, and I'm going to start my double crochet by yarning over and inserting my hook, and then I stop. I'm going to grab my elastic, and you are going to leave about like a fingertip plus, like this is the fingertip, and then this is the plus, outside so that you could tie it later. And you're going to place the elastic in between your hook and the yarn. Slide it right there. Now you're going to finish your double crochet like you normally would. And your yarn should be good. Now don't pull on this too much because it will pull through. Like we didn't tie a knot, so you can pull this through, but you don't want that to happen or you'll have to redo this entire round. Excuse me. So you're going to continue to place double crochets all around the perimeter of your hat. And I'm going to show you what to do, like if you get to a point where it's kind of bunched up and you need to stretch it out. But I try to make sure that I'm ever so slightly stretching it just a little bit to make sure it's not too bunched up. Because once you get kind of further on, if you pull it too hard, like I said, you may end up accidentally pulling the elastic all the way through. And to be honest, even though I'm using white elastic, I am literally crocheting and it's always going to be over the hook. You don't want it like under the hook because that means it's not going to be like hidden. Always make sure it's over your hook like a yarn tail so you can continue to, just so you can get the purpose of it. Because if you crochet with it behind the hook, it's not going to actually do anything for you for real, as far as keeping the hat secure and stable. Now, I will say that the elastic color doesn't matter that much because once you go in and start doing your ruffles, those are going to kind of like cover up your last round anyway, so you won't see the elastic too much. Now, I am using white on white, but if I had black elastic, I would use black. I've also used like rainbow colored elastic. As long as it's 1mm elastic, once you do your first round of ruffles, especially if you're doing, even if you're only doing one double crochet or treble crochet in the ruffles, but especially if you're doing more than one, you won't be able to see it unless you're like really zoomed in on it for real. But normally when it's on, people can't really see it based off of like it being above the eyeballs, or at least my caps come like right, they come like right above your eyebrows. I say eyeballs, above the eyebrows. Now, if you notice, you can't really see pudging from my elastic. Like I said, if you're stretching it just so slightly while you are working with it, you won't have a lot of bulging so that you won't have to really go back over it too much. But like, I'm trying to be a little loose so that I can have a reason to go back over it after the fact and show y'all, but it's like muscle memory for me. But yeah, just keep crocheting all the way over it. Now let me go a little faster. Like, let me do a couple stitches real fast to see if I could get it a little loose so y'all can see what I'm talking about when it comes down to like fixing the elastic. Well, dang, Ivy, damn. It's still like fine. But if you ever notice, like at some point there's like, let's say I'll bulk it up just a little bit. Let's say you were crocheting and your elastic was bulky-ish like this. It probably won't be as dramatic. You would just literally grab the front of your tail and pull to make sure it's flat. I say hold the tail so you make sure you don't pull it all the way through, because I have had that happen before where I pulled it a little too tight and now I had to go, I just end up reworking the round because I found that easier than trying to like sew and pull it through with a crochet hook and like to get it back to that point, because I pulled it out and it was like right here. I just redid it. So if you want to save yourself the trouble of having to redo it, make sure you're holding that the beginning of your elastic when you are doing your tugging to make sure everything has gone through correctly. And this is me crocheting at real speed. I didn't speed this part of the video up, honestly, because it doesn't really take that long to do the round. But I also feel like kind of speeding it up might defeat the purpose. Some people probably want to see me actually crocheting it, and some people like really prefer to see you do every single thing of the tutorial. Now, depending on like the difficulty level of the tutorial, then yes, I do want to see you do it. I kind of hate if I watch a video and people are like doing stuff off camera and then they're like, and it's like stuff that probably could make or break the project, and they're like, oh well, I did it off camera, but I'll tell you what I did. So what was the point of pulling the camera out if we were going to do the important steps off the camera? Like, I have definitely filmed videos and like realized my shots were just so trash and had to redo it, and I was irritated with myself. But I'd rather like do the shots to where you can see it versus like not doing it and over explaining. Okay, so here's another good example how I've been going on. And you see how like this isn't straight here, this isn't straight, this is a little crooked. Now I'm just going to grab this. I didn't pull my inside. I didn't pull this because I'm so far down, but like, or you can just do it like this to make sure everything is just straight and not bulky. Will this really truly impact your work? No. Like, it won't really impact it because once you like put it on, it'll stretch back out on its own. But the problem is if everything is too bunched up, your elastic won't make it to the end. That's why you kind of want to make sure it's not too bunched up. So we're just going to keep working. Keep on going, keep on going. But yeah, I love this part of the hat because that means I'm almost done and ready for the fun part, which is the ruffles. And I'm doing a peekaboo ruffle hat, and I am going to do a tutorial for that hat as well using like this base clip, but it'll be kind of much more sped up and focusing on like the ruffles and stuff. But yeah, I love the end of the base, and I love adding the elastic because it really does change the game for your ruffles. My first few ruffle hats, no one was adding elastic, and it was just so like my ruffles were so heavy. So once I figured out adding the elastic was going to change all that, honey, you didn't have to tell me twice. Now that we've finished the round, I like to just go ahead and knot up and tie this. I don't really know how other people do it. I'm not gonna lie, if I'm doing the hat for me, I may just do one knot. But I normally try to do like 2 or 3 at the least of something to be if I'm making it for someone else. I've never had someone like tell me that their elastic like came out or anything, because like I said, I do crochet over this too when I'm doing my I'm gonna crochet over it to end my round, but I crochet over it just a tad bit when I'm doing my first round of ruffles as well. I crochet over everything because I feel like that's the key to making sure your work doesn't fall apart. That's why I think a lot of people hate the magic circle, because they don't crochet over the tails. But that's another story. Anyways, now I'm going to slip stitch into my first double crochet, not the chain 2 stitch. And I'm just going to pull, if y'all seen that correctly, I slip stitch, put my hook in there, and then I just grabbed the elastic and threw it over my hook so I can crochet over that. And then I finished off my slip stitch. Now, I'm only pulling it up like this because I'm done and I'm about to start working on the ruffles, but I'm going to upsize my hook for that. But this is the base. Again, now let's measure how tall it is from top to bottom. From the top, yeah. Oh, I don't know why I thought it would be like 6.5. Oh yeah, there it goes, 6.5 inches. So from the top, it's like 6.5 inches. And again, the widest parts are like about 10 inches. But I'm trying to lay it flat so I can see. The widest parts are about 10 inches, but you'll get a great amount of stretch off of this. And like the ruffles are going to stretch it out just a tad bit, but that elastic is what's going to pull it back in. Now I have a bigger head, so I don't mind it being stretched out a little bit on the bottom. And again, this step is 100% optional, but I'm telling you, if you made ruffle hats without elastic, try it with elastic one time, and you tell me if you don't want to start adding elastic. When those ruffles are sitting up, just so pretty, so fluffy, instead of dropping down, having the hat hang in the back, having the hat hang all over your eyes, and they're flying off in the wind, you'll come and you will switch over to the elastic game. But thank y'all for watching. Comment any questions y'all have in the comments below, and I will get back to you. Thank you. Toodles.